Back at Fenway Park as we head to the last half of the 5th inning. The Red Sox have scored in every inning so far. And as we head to the last half of the 5th inning, the Orioles have changed pitchers. Right-hander Rick Bauer into the game.
Bauer making his 34th appearance for the Orioles. All of those appearances out of the bullpen. In 58 innings, he's allowed 56 hits. Opponents hit 259 off Bauer.
And Miller leading it off, sending one to left center field. Matos moving over, and he almost collided with Bigby. And he makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And we're running out of these games, Jerry, but let's check out the Heineken What's on Tap. The series with the Devil Rays. The first one tomorrow night on UPN 38 in Boston. Nesson outside of Boston. And Saturday and Sunday back here on Nesson. The season's last 3 games of the regular season before the Red Sox here appear to be heading to the postseason. One down. Omar Garciaparra stands in and pops one up. Foul ground first base way. DJ Surhoff is over, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Ted LeBlanc, who we see up the left field line. This is the shot that looks up the left field line from really back first. That's a great shot. We see that a lot.
You know, Ted's the only guy that's been on every single Nesson show this year.
Really?
Yeah, I take attendance up here.
Here's Manny Ramirez. Well, you have to take into consideration that a lot of our cameramen do work nationally, and it's not that they're blowing it off or calling in sick.
And we have guys like Joe Stafford, who last week worked the football game, Monday Night Football, actually Sunday Night Football. That
doesn't wrap up till like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, by the time they break down everything, and was right back here at Fenway on Monday night.
Jesse Gregg, our technical director. Ramirez sending it to right field. Jake Gibbons moving back, and he makes the catch. So a 1-2-3 inning for the first time tonight. The Red Sox go in order. We played 5. 12-1. Red Sox on top.
Need a new car? UncleHenrys.com.
Pick a health plan for my company. Who do you have?
Well, my company picked Tufts Health Plan.
Oh, how come?
To get access to the best care.
Oh, that's key.
Yeah, I gotta have the best care for my kids.
Yeah, do only rich people use that plan, or?
Oh, no. They have options that work in every budget. Now, maybe that's why they're the highest in member satisfaction again.
I knew that. All right. You're so great. Hi. Thank you.
Tufts Health Plan. No one does more to keep you healthy.
There's something.
You first.
Okay. Honey, I love you, and I want you to be my wife.
I'm in love with your brother, Frank. I'm gonna go.
Frank?
Got something to sell? UncleHenrys.com.
Back at Fenway, 12-1. The Red Sox have the lead as we go to the top of the 6th. We'll stay tuned after the game for extra interviews, extra highlights, and extra analysis on W.B. Mason's Extra Innings. And if the Sox make the playoffs, turn back to New England's post-game show on Nesson for our special postseason edition.
You know, multiple changes for the Red Sox defensively. As we head here to the top half of the 6th inning, David McCarty takes over in left field for the Red Sox. Adrian Brown in center. Damian Jackson moving from second to shortstop. And Lou Merlone in at second base. So out of the game, Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon, Omar Garciaparra. With the Red Sox on top 12-1 as Larry Bigby stands in on the left side ahead 2-0. Next pitch from Derek Lowe will be the 80th of his outing tonight.
At this point, we're not exactly sure where those guys are hitting, but I would imagine it's probably straight up.
This one back up the middle. Damian Jackson bobbles it, throws wildly, and this will get into the Red Sox dugout. Didn't look like he had much of a chance once he had corralled it, but elects to fire it anyway and ends up in the Red Sox dugout, and Bigby will end up at second base.
Larry Bigby with good speed down the line. At that point right there, Jackson has very little chance to get him. He rushes the throw, and that's going to allow Bigby to get into second base. A double error, I believe, on Damian Jackson.
That is correct. So Larry Bigby at second. Here's Jake Gibbons. 0 for 2. Gibbons has grounded out to the shortstop, flied out to center field. In there for a strike, and Gibbons quickly down 0-2. Well, Derek Lowe looking for his 17th win of the year. He's pitched very well here tonight. He's given up only 1 run on 2 hits. His last win was on the 15th of September against Tampa Bay. Of course, getting the loss last time out after cruising right along, the Cleveland Indians getting to him. Relief in the Boston pen up Todd Jones. Gets away, and the count now 1-2. Derek Lowe has walked 4 tonight. He has struck out 1. And the Orioles getting their first run last inning. Down and in that time, and it evens up at 2-2. Red Sox scoring early and often in this game tonight. 2 runs in the first, 5 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the 4th inning. And for the first time tonight, they were held without a run in an inning in the 5th, taking some of the drama out of tonight for Grady Little. The reverse of what really took place here last night. The Orioles jumped on John Burkett for 7 runs in the first. Full count now to Jake Gibbons. Well, next time we see the Orioles, they may be a little bit more improved next season with some of the additions they plan to make during the offseason. This one to Damian Jackson, who backed up on it. Throws on to first base to get Gibbons. On to third goes Bigby. Well, I'd like to welcome tonight's visitors to the Dunkin' Dugout. Dunkin' Donuts is proud to host area youth and charity organizations at every Red Sox home game. I'd also like to thank Dunkin' Donuts for providing our broadcast crew with refreshments. Dunkin' Donuts, just the thing. Oh, it's packed out there tonight, Jerry.
Yeah, full dugout tonight.
That is some nice moss.
Yeah, that's a good looking whatever it is. Maybe it's a system. It's the youngest kid to have a system.
Ellie Batista taking ball 2, 2-0. Well, this is the gentleman who handles our audio every night. He can control his own audio also. Pete Grenier of Maine, an outstanding gentleman who does an amazing job. You never hear him complain. To center field, as he turns me off, to center field, Adrian Brown back to make the catch. And tagging up from third and scoring is Larry Bigby for the second Orioles run. Some of the audio guys around the league can get a little testy. You know, you ask maybe twice to have something done, and then
no, you can't really blame him, because you got to admit that at times we can be really a pain in the neck with the audio, you know. And we're very lucky to have Pete at home, who, you know, things just kind of brush off his shoulder, you know. Right. But around the league, they see these two clowns come in from the other town. They don't want to hear about our audio problems. No. They take it, and that's it.
That's it. The gentleman who works in Kansas City, I will leave him nameless, who last year said that I was worse than Elton John when it came to audio and complaining.
You should have seen what he said about you the day you weren't there.
I'm sure. But see, that is part of the problem. Our audio at home is so good every night that when you go out other places, it's not as good. That's where the problems start. So our thanks to Pete Grenier, who's done another great job this season and every season. This one is grounded by the mound. Jackson spins and fires to first. Dug out nicely by Millar. Nifty acrobatic play turned in by Damian Jackson. The Orioles get a run. It's 12-2 Boston.
Tired of endless searches for low fares? Introducing Southwest Shortcut. Shows you exactly which days our lowest fares are available. Only at southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Skill. Is doing what others find impossible. Hamill, Waxler, Allen, and Collins. Personal injury law.
It was fast. We made it faster. It was smart. We made it smarter. Until it was as close to perfect as it's ever come. And that's saying something. Introducing the new, more powerful ES330. At Inskip Lexus.
Back at Fenway, 12-2, the Red Sox have the lead. Thank you for coming out to the ballpark all season, and when you didn't get here, watching us on TV. Help support the Cam Neely Foundation for Cancer Care by purchasing a raffle ticket to win a 2004 Lincoln Aviator. Only 500 tickets will be sold at $200 each. Call 617-346-5900 or visit CamNeelyFoundation.org for details.
David Ortiz leading it off here as we head to the last half of the sixth inning. In order with the Red Sox last inning after scoring in each of the first four tonight, on top 12-2. Ortiz has grounded into a fielder's choice and walked twice tonight. Has credit for an RBI.
Well, I think we've mentioned about everybody. You mentioned Mike Narachi, our director, old tartar sauce head, and of course Pat Cavanaugh, the producer of Red Sox baseball. We're going back to the scene of the crime, too.
Yes, we are.
Opening day.
There we go. There's tartar sauce. Boy, the Tiverton Cowboy right there in the middle.
Right on there.
Yep, big spot of tartar sauce. And he walked around with
Pat here. But, yeah, opening day, we hadn't even gone off the ground yet, and our director was so upset about something back in Nesson that Somehow he ended up with tartar sauce in his hair and didn't know he had it there.
He snapped his plastic fork.
Yeah.
And it popped up from his plate into his head, and he's been tartar sauce boy ever since. For the Tiverton Cowboy.
He went storming out of the room to make a phone call and still had that hair and tartar sauce in there. Dave Beckwith, chief engineer.
Dave does not have any tartar sauce. 2-2 misses away. Mike Petriella looking the Sox box. That thing up there in the left-hand corner. 3-2, 12-2, bottom of the 6th. That's him. Boston University graduate this season. As this is fouled off. Not this season, this year. I only think in seasons. Ortiz lines it down the right field line. A fair ball. Ortiz will round first and hold on with a single as he rattles that one down the right field line for his first hit of the night. Everybody in the starting 9 now for the Red Sox has at least a hit.
David Ortiz with an outside chance to improve his average to up over 290 on the season. The 286 coming in today is 1 for 2 now with that base hit. Also has a run batted in today, so he has 101 now on the season. And next 3 games now we can talk about some personal stats and certainly watch that batting race very close.
I only wonder if the guys that are in the batting race will be in the lineup all weekend. I imagine they would not be. Manny Ramirez coming out of the game tonight already. And Bill Miller, of course, tonight has a couple hits to add to his total. 2 hits. Been hit by a pitch and fly to center field. Fordyce holding it there for a while, hoping to get the strike call. He did not. And it's 2-1. Tampa Bay in Toronto tonight, so after their game they'll be flying tonight as well. Three and 1 now to Millar. Pops it up, foul off third base. Batista ranging over towards the seats, but no play. Back and on a play.
Yeah, think about some of the stories on this Red Sox club, and obviously Kevin Millar, one of those major stories. I mean, a guy that was playing for the Marlins was about to go and play in Japan this year. Red Sox end up doing a lot of different things to get him here on the Red Sox, and he has a career season, is going to the postseason.
Amazing turn of events for him. And one of the many great acquisitions during the offseason by Theo Epstein. And tonight the Red Sox trying to wrap up the wild card. Up 12-2 here in the last half of the 6th inning. 3-2. Out of the range of Brian Roberts, it exploded and winds up in left center field. Up to second base goes David Ortiz. Millar with his second hit of the night. Let's check in with Tom Caron. Tom.
Don, thanks. We're down here with Tom Sullivan. He's the Chief Counsel for Advocacy, the Small Business Association. It's quite a title. You're a watchdog, but tonight you threw out the first pitch, and you're from Wellesley, and you're just acting like a big kid. I've been talking to you for a couple of innings. You're having fun tonight, aren't you?
Oh, I'm having a blast, TC. It's a great time. It's great to be home. I don't get home from Washington, D.C. enough. It's great to be here for Small Business Night, sponsored by Citizens Bank, and throwing out the first pitch at Fenway. It's an opportunity of a lifetime.
said it was exciting and terrifying.
It was. It was. It's so exciting to be out on sacred ground and throw a pitch and just pray to God that it gets over home plate.
Maybe back in Washington, you said a lot of Red Sox fans down at D.C.
Oh, yeah. D.C., every game, whether it's an Orioles-Red Sox game or a Red Sox game that's on Nesson broadcast at a sports bar, there's hundreds and hundreds of Boston fans down there, and they're all watching tonight.
All right, he's a watchdog for small business. Right now we go back to the Rem Dog. Guys?
Hey, tell him not to watch too close.
Doug Mirabelli pinch hitting for Jason Varitek. And a pinch runner for the Red Sox as well. Andy Abad taking over at first base for Kevin Millar. Abad will likely stay in and play first base. Number 2 missing to Mirabelli. Doug hitting at .253 this season for the Red Sox.
Well, it looks like Grady Little has intentions of using everybody available to him in this ball game tonight to be part of this. 1-2 grounded to his left goes Roberts. He flips to second. They get one out there. Well, the relay on to first not nearly in time, so Abad is out. 6-4 on the force out. And there's one away in the inning.
Right fielder, number 29, Gabe Kapler.
Well, Todd Walker, who is not in the game tonight. The left-hander starting the game tonight for the Orioles. Runners at the corners, one out. Here is Gabe Kapler. Kapler with men in scoring position, hitting at .309. A member of the Red Sox. And he takes strike 2, quickly down 0-2. Making its way around Fenway Park.
I wonder if Tom Caron gets involved in the wave, like if he's down there sitting with the fans.
I don't think he does. A 1-2. Inside, and it evens up at 2-2. Well, the Red Sox don't get the opportunity to see the Oakland A's very often with the way the setup is currently in Major League Baseball at the schedule, but games this season certainly very entertaining during the season series. To third base, Batista to his left, to second for one, on to first. They turn the inning-ending double play, and the Red Sox don't score in the 6th, but through 6, Boston on top 12-2.
Can you find the best year-end clearance deals on 2003 Toyotas? That's right, Logan, at Down East Toyota and Brewer. No bones about it, the best selection is on the lot now, so hurry in. Tacomas, Camrys, Tundras, and 15 other models of Toyotas at super year-end prices. With 0% financing and rebates on selected models, it's the best time of the year to buy your new Toyota. Remains #1 selling Toyota dealer, and we'll treat you right. Down East Toyota on Wilson Street in Brewer.
Hi, I'm Brian Walker with Ogden Directories. We really appreciate all the calls we've received about this year's edition of the Big Book that you recently received in the mail. Please keep reaching for the Big Book for all your needs. And support the advertisers who really make this directory possible. Remember, it's your town, we're your neighbors, and it's your phone book.
Call us today to advertise 942-2950 or toll free 877-246-8179.
Are you fast enough to make millions of hearts race? Strong enough to drive away fear? Cool enough to make the competition sweat. They are the drama of the NASCAR Championship, coming to TNT.
NASCAR racing on TNT is brought to you by Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity. 948-5729.
Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Dodge, by Samuel Adams Boston Lager, and by Foxwoods Resort Casino. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we head to the top half of the 7th inning. 12-2. Red Sox on top. Some defensive changes. As anticipated, Andy Abad staying in the game at first base defensively. And Doug Narabelli, who caught pinch hit for Jason Varitek, now catches the new pitcher, Todd Jones, into the game.
25th appearance for Todd Jones, the record of 2-1. He worked yesterday against the Orioles, an inning in that game, allowing 1 hit, and did have 1 strikeout. So 6 innings, 6 solid innings out of Derek Lowe tonight. And the rest of the way, it'll be the bullpen trying to finish this one off for the Red Sox.
6 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, and a strikeout tonight for Derek Lowe, in line to pick up his 17th win of the year. It would be his 11th win at Fenway Park this season. He would better his record to 11-2 at Fenway. Tim Raines Jr. is pinch hitting here in lieu of Luis Matos. So the Orioles starting to make some changes of their own.
Well, it's like doing a spring training game.
Yes,
We got to stay on top of the action here. I'm going to send Adam down to ask Grady if you can get an at bat in this game. I want to see that 260 average.
If it's going to happen, I want to face Jorge Julio.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Bring him and his stuff to me. Because I'm better against guys who throw in the upper echelon of the 90s.
Julio, he'd love that challenge.
The 1-2 swung on and missed, and Raines strikes out.
Boston Bruins season tickets are on sale now for 2003, 2004, and the Bruins want you to be here this season for all the action. Call 617-624-BEAR or log on to bostonbruins.com to get yours today.
One down here is Jack Cust, who struck out in the 2nd inning, singled to center field in the 5th inning. One of only 2 Orioles hits tonight. The other hit belonging to Luis Matos, who had a slow roller down the 3rd base line, and that was all Derek Lowe gave up tonight in his 6 innings of work. This is popped up back at 3rd base. Backpedaling is Bill Miller. He will make the catch. McCarty was in place behind him, but Bill Miller waves him off and makes the catch. 2 down. That turned into a much tougher play than I think he envisioned as he started backpedaling.
Yeah, I think once he got to a certain point, he had to take it, but to do it all over again, he'd probably let McCarty take that one.
Robert.
Considering it was in medium depth left. So 2-away, and we'll have another pinch hitter. Robert Mercado will bat here. Started a game earlier against the Red Sox. Field set up straight away for the Red Sox with 2 down in the inning as Jones falls behind. 2-0. Red Sox have further action in their bullpen. The left-hander is up. Looks like Sauerbeck in the Boston bullpen. And it is Sauerbeck. Well, the Red Sox will have a chance to nurse some of the guys who have been banged up, and there's a lot of them. They've kind of been playing with injuries. Johnny Damon, one of those guys. Trot Nixon, certainly one of those guys.
One of the good things about getting things wrapped up with a series to play, obviously, Oakland has done it. Now the Red Sox will do it. Both teams go in fresh. Both teams go in well rested. Both teams go in healthy. And that's a good way to start a very important series. Get guys banged up. Trot Nixon, a good example of that. A few days off where he doesn't have to worry about it might be a good thing, and maybe get him in there Sunday to get some at bats.
It's been amazing. Ted Lilly has really stepped up on the other side for the Oakland A's in the absence of Mark Mulder.
Yeah, he's pitched very well, especially in the month of September. He is scheduled to be their third starter in the series.
Strike 3 called. It's a 1-2-3 inning of relief for Todd Jones. 7th inning stretch time from Fenway. It's 12-2 Boston.
And action.
It's an amazing entertainment experience and a great learning environment. It's TV like you've never seen before, and high-speed access to a world of knowledge and discovery. Get Comcast digital cable with HBO and Comcast high-speed internet and pay just $1 per service for the first month. It's your life. Comcast connects it.
High and deep to right field. Red Sox win it by 4. He dives and makes the catch. Got him. Oh, that ball is up and it is gone. This is a 3-run shot to add to the total. The K-Men get busy.
Call now for your 2004 Red Sox season tickets at 877 Red Sox 9.
Well, that's the last of it.
The original rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and coming soon, the new full-size Pathfinder Armada. Two Pathfinders, countless adventures.
Welcome back to Fenway Park as we head to the last half of the 7th inning with the Red Sox on top 12-2. And the Orioles have some multiple changes we will get to in a little bit, as the Red Sox here out hitting the Orioles 14-2 on top 12-2. Carlos Mendez is taking over at first base for the Orioles. Robert Machado now in behind the plate for the Orioles, and Tim Raines Jr. out in center field. As we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning, the principal owner of the Boston Red Sox, John Henry, is joining us. And I know I don't want to jinx anything here in the bottom of the 7th inning, up 12-2, but I think congratulations are in order.
Thank you. I'm not superstitious, so I'll take any congratulations I can get. I really wanted to just to stop by and say thank you to all of you guys, the talent, the truck, everybody involved with the production this year. The games, the broadcasts have been magnificent. The games have been great, and you guys have really added to the experience. Really, I've learned a lot from you over these last 2 years. One thing I've learned is I've never heard of an analyst having a fan club all across the United States, a baseball analyst, but you've accomplished that, and it's a tribute to what a great analyst you are. But these broadcasts have been just superb. And now in high definition, I have one of those televisions. It's unbelievable.
Well, John, that's awful nice of you to do that. And I know between innings, you were talking to all the guys in the trucks, the guys that are here and spend the long hours, and certainly they appreciate that. And it's something that's not done very often, but we certainly appreciate those kind words.
Well, people don't realize what goes on behind the scenes, how much it takes to put on a broadcast like this. And I forgot to thank the cameraman. Yep. I don't know where he is.
All throughout. Well, last night we were talking to Tom Werner also, and I think I echo the same sentiments as Jerry. The great job you guys have done this season, and since you've taken over, and I mentioned last night, it seems as a group you guys didn't just come in and make action. You listened first and then made some decisions and some changes.
Yeah, you can make a fool of yourself if you don't think and listen before you act.
Line into left field for Adrian Brown, and the Red Sox have the first two on here in the 7th inning.
These guys are really spoiling an early party, aren't they?
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, though. You know,
it is.
It has been a fun season, and obviously doing the games have been a lot of fun. As an owner, it has to be a pure joy for you. You come over in your second year, coming from Florida, being involved in this environment. You know how passionate the fans are here, and tonight, when they finally do get into the playoffs, there's going to be some ride for the next month.
Yeah, we've got something planned for them tonight, too, so it's not going to be just the clubhouse celebrating. So, thank God we did it tonight. It would have just, I would not have wanted to do this in Tampa.
Well, it only seems fitting that it will happen at Fenway Park, where the Red Sox have played great baseball all season long, where have supported the Red Sox the way they have with the record attendance, and it's a team, in my opinion, the first in a long time that likes to play at Fenway Park. There have been a lot of teams and individuals that don't particularly care for it. This team likes it.
In the right center field, another hit for Bill Miller. Around comes Jackson, and the Red Sox will add to their total on top 13-2, and another base hit for Bill Miller.
Yeah, boy, he's closing in on that title, perhaps. Love to see one of either Manny or Bill win that.
Well, Bill Miller's, that story would be incredible, because not too many people in the American League even knew about Bill Miller before the season started.
Yeah, he had a hard time getting playing time along with David Ortiz early in the season, but we made a trade that really opened the door, and it worked out.
3 hits tonight for Bill Miller, gets a batting average up to .328 as Lou Merlone stands in with 2 on, nobody out, a run already in.
How about those fans? We were down 5-2, 2 outs in the 9th. This place was jammed when Todd hit that home run. These fans are unbelievable.
There have been a lot of amazing games this season, but for me, that one certainly stands out because of the timing and where you were in the course of the season as well.
The other thing, too, is they learned very early in the season not to leave games at Fenway Park, because this was a team, you know, that fell behind a number of times but was able to come back. And you'd make a major mistake when you leave early.
I was talking to Omar after that game, and he just looked at, when I said something about it, he just looked up at me and said, with a smile, really a twinkle in his eye, and said, "These fans know this team. They know this team."
Down is 1-1 to Merlone with 2 on, nobody out. Red Sox on top 13-2. We're visiting with John Henry. And John, we've talked many times about the acquisitions this team made before the season, and a lot of the numbers were discussed, but Theo and yourself and others have brought in great people as well, good character players. Made a big difference, it appears, in the clubhouse.
Our traveling secretary, Jack McCormick, was saying that he's never been in a clubhouse on the road where he has to make a reservation for 19. These guys, they spend time together. There aren't any cliques. They really enjoy each other's company. It's not they don't see each other enough, but even when they're not on the field, they are very close, very together. It's a great thing to be a part of.
And there will be more to come, as it appears the Red Sox will be headed to the postseason for the first time since 1999.
So how do you like our chances, Jerry? The analyst, we have Pedro maybe going twice, he asked.
Well, I've been saying this for a long time. I knew a month and a half ago, or I felt strongly a month and a half ago, that the Red Sox were going to be in the playoffs, because there's been no team in my mind that we've watched. That includes the interleague games we've played, but especially the American League. And I think, Don, you would agree with me. No team stands out as so far above everybody else that you could say, well, this is a clear-cut favorite. I don't think there's one.
And if you talk to the managers, as we do, you hear oftentimes this is the team that they're most afraid of.
Nobody wants to play Boston because of the offense they have right now. And then, of course, you got Pedro leading the way. I mean, it's going to be interesting, John. You got the, very great pitching out there in Oakland. They have a very good bullpen.
Yeah.
Certainly not the offense that we have on the Red Sox team. Defense is about the same. Well, if it gets the hot hand early, that's what's going to be. And then the Yankees don't scare the Red Sox. We've seen them, 19 times. Played them about even. They don't look like the same. And I'm not trying to knock down the New York Yankees. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But they're not the same team that we've watched for 4 or 5 consecutive years. So it's going to be very interesting off season. I think it's a toss of a coin And whoever gets the hot hand, I think has got a chance to go a long, long way in this thing.
Well, we're not allowing any fretting in New England this postseason.
No.
There'll be no fretting. When we get behind a run, get behind a game, we're not going to fret. We're going to enjoy this postseason, have fun, enjoy every minute of it, and expect to win.
Well, this has to be incredibly satisfying for you as well. And the ownership group coming in and now going to the postseason for, it appears, the first time here with the Red Sox.
I keep using that word all year long. It's been magical. It is magical, and you sense this magic in this clubhouse and on the field, and with the fans. The fans are magical here. Oh, and you know, we had to. The mayor today managed to get the Citgo sign turned on for luck. I don't know if you noticed, but it went dark at one point. So he had to call it Oklahoma City, and he got them, and it'll be on through the playoffs as well. So I don't know why they shut it off, but you know, I guess maybe they're having some financial problems. I know their NASCAR, their number 99 NASCAR, the Citgo car, they're no longer doing that. So, anyway, we've got it on thanks to Mayor Menino.
Well, it's worked well tonight. And the Red Sox banging out 13 runs and 17 hits so far here tonight. As Dave McCarty has just struck out. Here is Bill Hasselman batting with 2 outs and 2 on. And he will ground it right side. Over there to get it is Mendez, the pitcher covering. That will do the inning. The Red Sox add a run and lead at 13-2. John Henry, congratulations.
Congratulations to all of you and these broadcasts. It's been great. And the high def is awesome. Good night and thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming up.
For extra convenience, extra value, and extra service, stop at Extra Mart. When you're on the go, you need a little extra. Fuel up on Extra Mart's Deli Joe sandwiches, Brew Boy coffee, and more. For your car, Extra Mart offers the brands you know at competitive prices.
Pick up irresistibly delicious, extra nutritious Nesquik, now on sale for only 99 cents at Extra Mart. Nesquik, milk made fun.
With over 150 locations throughout New England, be smart. Shop Extra Mart.
Oof, well, that's sure a lot of people are going to McDonald's. I wonder what the heck's going on?
Hey, it's manja time at McDonald's. They got mozzarella sticks that melt in your mouth, a chicken breast Parmesan sandwich with lots of marinara sauce and mozzarella, even a premium chicken Caesar salad with shaved Parmesan. Manja at, surprise, McDonald's.
McDonald's. Is that an Italian name?
Well, that's the last of it.
The original rugged Nissan Pathfinder. And coming soon, the new full-size Pathfinder Armada. Two Pathfinders, countless adventures.
Back at Fenway, 13-2. Red Sox have the lead. Well, stay tuned after the game for extra interviews, extra highlights, and extra analysis on W.B. Mason's Extra Innings. And if the Sox make the playoffs, turn back to New England's postgame show on NESN for our special postseason edition. I'm pleased to be joining the post-game crew. Do some after-game analyzing on NESN throughout the playoffs.
Well, we head to the top half of the 8th inning. The Red Sox on top now 13-2. And the Red Sox have Scott Sauerbeck into the game.
25th appearance for the Red Sox. His last coming Tuesday against the Orioles. Worked an inning in that game. 1 hit, had 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Don, I'm a little bit confused. Who's in the game?
Well, we have...
just give me the Oriole defense and I'll be all set.
You want the Orioles defense?
Yeah.
Okay, we got Bigby in left, Raines in center, Gibbons in right.
All right.
The only change in the infield is someone named Mendez, who's now at first base. Okay. I don't know his first name.
And Machado's catching, right?
And Machado is catching. Robert Machado.
All right. All right. Let's move on.
Do you want to know the Red Sox changes
no,
as well? Because those are multiple.
I think I've got all those.
As well. Okay.
This is a classic scorecard, you know.
It is a classic scorecard. How many classics have we had this season?
Just about 3. 3 or 4.
So you're keeping them truly classics.
And I'll be keeping them right through the playoffs, too.
And I'm sure there'll be some more classics there as well.
Scorecard's a mess.
I'm told that Mr. Mendez's first name is Carlos. It's not on the roster for some reason. He's Carlos Mendez. But this is Brian Roberts, who's 0 for 3 tonight from the top spot in the Orioles order. Count of 3-1. And there's ball 4. Sauerbeck walks the first hitter that he faces here in the 8th. Let's check in with Tom Caron. Tom?
Something different tonight. Our Citizens Bank, not your typical fans. The 2.7 million fans, more than that have come to Fenway this year, and especially the fans up here on the Green Monster. Been a great season out here in the stands. They are certainly not your typical fans. Guys, back to you.
All right, Tom. Nice job. I hope he's okay out there. I don't know if we need to send somebody out there to help him out.
TC is like a rock star. Everywhere he goes, people just surround him.
That was the loudest not your typical fan I think we've had of the season.
See that lovely sweatshirt that the lady had on right next to TC?
No, I missed it, but I'm going to go ahead and guess that it said Rem Dog.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. It was a beautiful sweatshirt. Great for postseason play.
This is Jose Morban, who is batting in the spot of Jerry Hairston. The runner at first and nobody out. While the scorecard may be a classic, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, it's going to be a classic mess.
Now, did you make a classic the other night? The come from behind victory?
No.
You tie it up. That wasn't a classic.
You can't overdo it, you know.
First go, strike 3 call, no throw down to second base, and Morban is out number 1.
Well, it sounds like ownership has something planned for the fans after the game on the field,
and we will cover it as the festivities take place here tonight. 34,526 on hand here tonight. A season average this year for the Red Sox of 33,632. And the final total, 2,724,162. And you're right. When they bought tickets, I guess you take a chance when you're buying tickets for that last homestand of the season that it may already be over for your team, but you also have the opportunity for them to clinch on a night that you have tickets, which is very exciting for these fans who are here tonight. And the Red Sox on top 13-2.
Well, there are happy moments, and certainly tonight will be one for both the team itself, the players involved from day one, who will reach their #1 goal, their first goal, and that is to get into postseason play. For the fans, their excitement level to have a team in postseason play is tremendous. It's great for the area. And then we start the whole new season, and it's, you know, it's going to be very interesting, as we've talked about many times. And players go to spring training, their goal is to win a World Series. Well, Red Sox are going to reach that first step by getting into the playoffs, and a whole new chapter begins.
Out of the reach of Merloni into center field. Brian Roberts coming around to score, and he will on Pedro Swan's single into center field. The Orioles come up with their 3rd run of the night, and it's now 13-3.
Who just hit that, Doug?
That was Pedro Swan.
Okay.
Try to follow along.
I've been trying, but you know, I'm not in spring training shape. Were you looking for those changes?
This is Jay Gibbons. Jay Gibbons started the game in right field. Tonight he's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice to shortstop, flied out to center field. Popped up, foul, back, and to our left. To Gibbons, and he takes strike 3. Second strikeout for Scott Sauerbeck since he has come into the game, and there's 2 down. And this will bring up Tony Batista.
Number 10, Tony Batista.
Pedro Swan at first. 2 outs, a run in here for the Orioles in the top of the 8th. And here's Tony Batista, 0 for 3 tonight. He's grounded out, fouled out, flied out. Batista with men on base only hitting at .246 this season. He does have plenty of RBIs, 98 of them on the season coming in. And 26 home runs. .2-0 crank foul down the left field line, and it's 2-1. To be an incredibly satisfying feeling for these members of the Red Sox. This one is fouled off, and it evens up at 2-2. A certain feeling that really they've had all season long, but coming right down here to the last week and last few games to get in. A 2-2. Well, missed away, and it's a full count now. Sauerbeck, the third pitcher of the night for the Red Sox, Derek Lowe. At the first 6 innings, and Sauerbeck will be charged with his second walk as Batista makes his way down to first.
Now, this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
Here's Carlos Mendez. Took over for B.J. Surhoff defensively last inning. Hitting at .231 this season. Surhoff had been 0 for 2 with a walk. This one fouled back to the backstop, and it's 0-2. Well, the Red Sox waiting in the dugout, as you might imagine, for the end of this game. Many of them out of the game now. Omar checking out where he was drilled earlier in the rib cage, which he has battled his way through. Imagine there's still some stitching from the baseball there for Nomar Garciaparra. A 3-run home run tonight as part of the 13-run attack for the Red Sox. Millar with a home run of his own tonight. This one is chopped foul outside of third. Foul into the Orioles dugout on the third base side, still 1-2. I mentioned it when John Henry was here, Jerry, but listening to a lot of managers around the major leagues, those who are headed to the postseason, the team that you hear them talk about the most often is the Red Sox and how improved they are this season. We heard it from Joe Torre numerous times during the regular season.
That's a different team, Don. You know, there's so much more balance offensively, obviously, on this club than there has been.
Strikeout for Sauerbeck. He strikes out the side, but the Orioles mix in a run. 13-3. Red Sox on top.
There's something. You first.
Okay. Honey, I love you, and I want you to be my wife.
I'm in love with your brother, Frank. I'm gonna go.
Frank?
Got something to sell? UncleHenrys.com.
Please close your eyes while we change into something more comfortable. Hey, you peeked. The redesigned 2004 Nissan Sentra. With a great lease price of only $159 a month. Available at your Nissan dealer now.
Mr. Thompson, after hearing the evidence and listening to your testimony, this committee finds you guilty of obstruction of justice, embezzlement of company funds, and questionable accounting practices. Well, there appears to be some good news.
Yes, sir?
Well, I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. Thanks very much.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Need a new car? UncleHenrys.com.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we get ready for the last half of the 8th inning. Let's check out the game summary in this one. The Red Sox with 13 runs and 17 hits. Derek Lowe, 6 innings, giving up 2 runs, 1 earned on just 2 hits. He walked 4 and struck out 1. Garcia, Parra, Millar each with 3-run home runs. Bill Miller with 3 hits tonight. He's up to 328. Manny Ramirez had 2 hits before he left, hitting at 324 now as the batting race heats up. The Red Sox with 3 games left after tonight. And the Red Sox on top 13-3 as we head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Andy Abad leads it off. Put Ainsworth, the pitcher for the Orioles, into the game. Came over as part of the deal for Sidney Ponson, coming over from the San Francisco Giants, as Abad has the count even up at 1-1. Kurt Ainsworth. Andy Abad collected his first major league hit on September 17th. A single off Tampa Bay's Victor Zambrano in the 4th inning. Started 2 straight games at first base for the Red Sox on the 16th and 17th of September. Spending the entire season as a member of the Pawtucket Red Sox. And prior to this year, had played in only 1 major league game, September 10th of 2001 with the A's. Swing and a miss and a full count. Imagine Andy Abad, among others, will have a chance to play this weekend in Tampa Bay.
You might have a chance to play this weekend in Tampa Bay.
Gonna ask Grady about that. Ball 4 to Andy Abad.
Well, now it's time for the Sam Adams good decision of the game, and we'll take a look at ownership. Tom Warner, John Henry, and of course Theo, who have made the decisions this season to get the Red Sox in to postseason play. Sam Adams, when you're ready for a distinctive brew, always a good decision.
Here's Doug Mirabelli with Abad at first base. Mirabelli swings and misses at the first pitch. This is fouled off the right side. Red Sox have right-handed action in their bullpen. As last inning we saw Scott Sauerbeck. Red Sox have used 3 pitchers tonight. As Ramiro Mendoza, is up in the Red Sox pen. In the dirt, kicks off the catcher Mikado. Wow. Carlos Delgado hit 4 home runs tonight, Jerry. Now has 41 on the season. Hit 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth, 1 in the eighth. Part of a Toronto 10-8 lead over Tampa Bay in the bottom of the 8th inning.
And that's going to lift his runs batted in total to at least 139.
I guess he would have to get some consideration as far as MVP goes as well. Larry Lucchino next to Tom Werner down in the boxes right by the Red Sox dugout, poised and ready. Right now they're being interviewed down there by one of our favorite gentlemen, who tonight has worn a peach shirt. Decided to go away from the Bavacuas tonight. 3-2, line to left. This is going to grab some wall, kicks off the scoreboard. Swan will throw into second base. Mirabelli sliding into second base with a double. Red Sox have 2 in scoring position. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th.
And the Foxwoods chance play of the game is going to be Nomar's home run back in the 7th inning. A 3-run home run for Garcia Parra. 4 runs batted in the night. The Foxwoods chance play of the game.
Omar has been out of the game since the 6th inning, as many of his teammates have been. Mark Wiley, the pitching coach for the Orioles, out there to talk to Kurt Ainsworth. The Orioles do have action in their bullpen. A left-hander is up. Ainsworth coming on here for the 8th. There's Buddy Groom. I don't know if Mark Wiley was entirely done with his conversation, but Kurt Ainsworth appeared to be. Eric Lowe, marvelous performance tonight, did not give up his first hit until there was 1 out in the 5th inning. As he went 6 innings, giving up 2 hits, 2 runs. He walked 4, struck out 1, in line to pick up his 17th win of the year. Kapler swings and misses. Gabe with 2 hits in the game tonight, a double in the 2nd inning, a single in the 3rd. And Bill Miller with a fine evening with 3 hits tonight. Must be extremely satisfying for Grady Little as well after the 93 wins last year. A lot of seasons good enough to get you into postseason.
Those interesting comments he's made over the last couple of weeks. And, you know, much has been made about the 93 wins a year ago. And he said, you know, that's a lot of wins. He said, but for some reason it felt like a losing season because we didn't go to postseason play. Well, different story this year.
Fouls it off down by his shoe tops. On deck for the Red Sox, Damian Jackson.
Good Troopy down there now. He's got everybody.
He sort of anchored that spot down there. The 1-2. Sent down the right field line towards the corner and the pole, and it'll make its way foul. He has boxed everybody out down there. He has the owners on his left, and to his right he has the dugout. So nobody's getting to the dugout, nobody's getting to the owners because he has taken up that spot. Very nicely done by Troopy. 1-2. Missing away, and it's 2-2. Think he has a big enough microphone to conduct that interview?
That's a lot. Look at the size of that thing. Is he really doing the game from there? Or?
No. I think Joe's on right now. The 2-2 is strike 3. And there's the first out here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Oh, Joe's doing the game from up here.
Yeah, Joe's got it under control here.
So what's Trippy doing with the microphone?
He's pretending to do interviews.
Number 2, Damian Jackson.
There's Joe handling things by himself quite ably. I think he's in communication, though, with Troop, because Troop's talking to somebody in that oversized microphone on steroids.
Well, now they're going to watch the TV. See, Troopy
wants to see himself.
That's John Henry's TV down there. Now he wants to see himself on TV. They're trying to unlock that thing. There's a big lock and key on it.
I have to check with John to get it.
Yeah, look. See, look, here we go. Here we go. Now Troopy can watch himself.
Now, wait a minute. Is that illegal to have a television? People are going to get upset that there's a television there.
Where's he going?
Well, he's been bumped. I think Tom Warner bumped him. Oh, no. He's talking to Mayor Menino now. And 1-1 down and away to Damian Jackson. Leadoff walk to begin the inning, then a double. Runners at second and third for the Red Sox. 1 out. Damian Jackson, the hitter. On the ground, left side. Brian Roberts can't play it. And in from third base comes Andy Abad with the 14th Red Sox run. The Red Sox lead it 14-3.
You kind of have the feeling like both teams would like this one over very soon. Mike Hargrove out of the dugout to make the pitching change.
So Kurt Ainsworth able to get just 1 out here in the bottom half of the 8th inning before the end of his outing. It's been a long, frustrating season for Mike Hargrove, and he will change pitchers here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
September is your last chance. Time for one last cookout. One last road trip. And in September, one last chance to grab a great selection of 2003 Dodges in stock with our best deals. Like cash allowances of up to $4,500. Or 0% APR financing for 60 months on select models. Plus, get Dodge's fully transferable 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Great products, great protection, great deals. See your local Dodge dealer for the best values in America.
For years, Roy was afraid of home loans. Then he went to Washington Mutual. They write their own approval rules and gave him a quick thumbs up. Now Roy fears nothing.
Take the whole tray.
Sometimes we wish we'd left a little bit of fear in Roy.
Welcome back to Fenway Park, everybody. Red Sox on top 14-3. We're in the midst of the bottom of the 8th inning. Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by New England Ford Dealers, and by the Bone and Joint Center at Caritas St. Elizabeth. You don't have to be an all-star to be treated like one. 1 out here in the last half of the 8th, 14-3. Red Sox on top. The Orioles will use their 4th pitcher of the night. Actually, 5th pitcher of the night. Buddy Groom comes into the game.
Buddy Groom making his 59th appearance. He's going to fall short, obviously, of the 70 that he usually gets every single season. A record of 1-3 on the year. We've seen Groom in this series.
Adrian Brown. As it appears, the Seattle Mariners season coming to an end as far as their hopes for postseason. The Red Sox just 3 outs away from that as they bat here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Adrian Brown batting with Doug Mirabelli at second base, Damian Jackson at first. A run already in for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 8th. Ramiro Mendoza continuing to warm in the Red Sox bullpen. To right field, Gibbons moving in, almost overran it, able to make the late adjustment to make the catch for out number 2. And there's 2 down now in the 8th.
And Bill Miller coming to the plate again. He's got 3 hits on the night in this game. Started the game with a 1-point lead in the batting race.
To 328, 3 hits tonight, batting again, one of the only starters still in the game. Red Sox fans saluting him as he stands in. It foul outside of third.
That's what a great feeling this has to be for Bill Miller to come to the plate here for probably the final time in this game and receive the standing ovation from what is still a full house here at Fenway Park. Red Sox fans appreciate what he's done for this club.
Inside to Miller, it's 1-2. Evens up now, 2-2 to Bill Miller, and a double back in the first inning was hit by a pitch in the second. Double in the third, a single in the 7th inning. Short right center, falling fast, but running in and making the good running check and making the catch there is Raines as he comes on, and 14-3 Red Sox have the lead as we head to the 9th.
Remember how great the last day of school was? That's what getting away on a fun fair feels like. They're everyday low fares to your favorite vacation spots that start at just $49.
You're now free to move about the country.
When the liquid-fueled rocket was invented, WPI was there.
Breakthroughs by Worcester Polytechnic Institute graduates have made the world better.
When the airbag was developed, WPI was there.
Our unique curriculum engages students in technology and society.
When early antibiotics were created, WPI was there.
They emerge well-rounded, ready to make a difference.
When tomorrow's innovations are made, I'll be there.
Worcester Polytechnic Institute, the University of Science and Technology and Life.
The Nissan Pathfinder has a lot of fans. They like the roominess, the cargo capacity, and the strong 240 horsepower engine. Now, lease a Pathfinder for just $299 per month during the 2003 Pathfinder sales event. So move your tail. Gate. The Nissan Pathfinder, $299 per month.
Top half of the 9th inning back at Fenway Park. The Red Sox on top 14-3, out hitting The Orioles in tonight's game 18-3. And the new pitcher for the Red Sox, Ramiro Mendoza.
Last time Mendoza worked was back on September 9th. It was against the Orioles at Baltimore. An inning in that game, did have a strikeout.
After Lowe tonight, the Red Sox have used Todd Jones, Scott Sauerbeck, and now Ramiro Mendoza. And Machado expected here in the 9th. 3 outs to go. On the ground and to his left off his glove. Damian Jackson knocks it down. Ends up in shallow center field. And Raines aboard as he gets a hit here in the 9th. Jack Cust, the DH. He singled in the 5th, 1 for 3 tonight. Strike 1. All 34,526 will stay standing for the inning. On the ground to first base, Abad will go to second for 1. Relay to first is wild and thrown into the Red Sox dugout. They will award second base to Jack Cust. They do get Raines. And Cust will end up at second base.
That almost got Troopy down there.
Yeah, it did. Very close. Red Sox poised and ready in the dugout with 1 down. Robert Machado, who came into the game last inning batting with a runner at second base and 1 down. Red Sox will get some action in their bullpen as a right-hander begins to warm. Looking away, and it's 2-0. Chop to third base. Miller's got it on the backhand. Throw across is in time, and there's 2 down. 1 out to go. Strike 1 to Brian Roberts. Strike 2 to Brian Roberts. Down 0-2 with 2 down in the 9th. Away that time, and it's 1-2. Hopefully tonight we will enjoy the first of many celebrations. It begins here tonight, and hopefully a few more in this postseason for this edition of the Boston Red Sox. Strike 3 call. Yet another chapter in the story of the 2003 Red Sox as they clinch the American League wild card. And it's on to the postseason for the first time since '99. Told that Kevin Millar will address the crowd here at Fenway Park as the celebration continues from Fenway.
Can you hear me? On behalf of my teammates and the 2003 Red Sox, we just want to say thank you to all these fans, and it's time to cowboy up. We're going to take this thing to the next level. Boston, we love you. It's time. Here we go. Born in the Oh, man. Anybody got anything to say?
Let's send it down to Tom Caron. Tom.
Yeah, a couple minutes earlier would have been good before the champagne. Johnny, just tell me how it feels right now.
Oh, I mean, this is the reason why I chose Boston. I mean, to get to the playoffs. I mean, these fans have been awesome for us. We have an awesome team, and this is definitely going to be the year because we have the confidence and we have the team, and it's going to be great.
A fitting night, the way this offense has gone. 14 runs, 18 hits. You guys came out, obviously, and took control from the start.
Yeah, what an awesome team we have, and we're going to do it. So we're looking forward to it. This is the best team I've been on, and we're definitely going to raise some eyebrows.
Obviously, the team saluting the fans. Here's your chance. Say something to the crowd here and to the viewers at home.
The crowd's been behind us 100%, and this is the reason why a player chooses Boston. It's because we're going to, the way they support you, and we're definitely going to do it this year.
Johnny, thanks.
Thank you.
Johnny Damon, guys back upstairs. Don?
All right, Tom, thank you very much as the celebration continues here at Fenway Park. And the Red Sox saluting the fans here before they head off down the runway to the clubhouse. And our coverage will continue here from Fenway Park. And an amazing scene here at Fenway, Jerry. It's amazing that this is the first time since '99, and everybody kind of getting it out of their system. But this is just the first of things to come, I think, with this club.
Well, certainly a lot of new players since that particular time also, and this is the first experience for a lot of them to go to postseason play. And you kind of see this thing build as the time went on. It looks very subdued at the beginning, but everybody got into the act, including the fans.
Let's go down to Tom Karen.
Don, thank you. We're here with Todd Walker. Todd, a wild couple of days. You guys had a pretty good celebration 2 nights ago, but it's nothing like what's going on. How's it feel?
It's incredible. I mean, once again, these fans deserve this, and more importantly, they definitely deserve a World Series championship. And we're fired up about it right now, so we're going to do the best we can.
The way you came out tonight as a team, ended up scoring 14 runs, 18 hits. We've seen a lot from this offense this year, but it looked like you had something to settle early tonight.
I got to say, I think that's a sign of the things to come. I mean, we battled all year long. We're going to roll into Oakland and whip some ass and then go from there.
Todd, let me ask you real quickly. There have been so many amazing, dramatic wins this year. Is there one that stands out or any that stand out in your mind?
Well, you know, the one I'm going to say is the most dramatic win for us was 2 nights ago. And again, I hope there's more. That's a sign of more things to come.
Todd Walker, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Don?
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Omar Garcia-Parra, among others. Omar usually does this on the last game of every season. And certainly this is not the last game of this season as Garcia-Parra will make his way around Fenway Park. He normally applauds the fans and doing it again here. Let's send it back down to Tom Karen. Tom?
Don, thank you. President and CEO Larry Lucchino with us. Appropriately, a flute of champagne in your hand. How does it feel, Larry?
It feels great. It feels terrific. It's a real accomplishment. Tremendous connection between our players and our fans the last few minutes. It really adds to the excitement of it all. And we're really looking forward to this postseason. Really looking forward to it.
Larry, it has been a wild ride, but it seems like since the 1st of September, this team somehow kicked it up a notch. Is that how it feels?
Yes, there was a time right at the end of August when Kevin Millar predicted how well this team was going to do in September, and he was almost on it right to the game. It was there was a confidence on this club that reflected itself in the way the team played in September. And I think Grady deserves a lot of credit. The rest he gave the players during the season, the way he paced them, resulted in a pretty successful September. Now we want a successful October.
As good as it was on the field, 2.7+ million in the stands. How does that feel?
2.7 million is a franchise record for this 103-year-old franchise, but that's not our record. That's our fans' record. They accomplished it, and to them we owe a great expression of gratitude and respect.
Playoffs are coming back to Boston. It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
I've been lucky enough to win in other places, but this is somehow better, different, more intense, cooler.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Larry Lucchino with us, Don.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. And the Red Sox Nation here celebrating not only here but all over the country with us right here on NESN tonight. We thank you for joining us. I'm glad we could bring all of this to you. Garcia-Parra has made his walk around the ballpark all the way out to the monster seats and coming back in. And a lot of the Red Sox have made their way back into the clubhouse, and Omar headed in that general direction as he heads back towards the Red Sox dugout. Let's head down to Tom Caron again. Tom?
Don, John Henry is here, and we just asked Larry Lucchino, you've had success in other parts of business, in other parts of baseball, but how does it feel to be part of the playoffs coming back to Boston and Fenway Park?
How about this? How about this? How about this? This is unbelievable. Yeah, listen.
I'll talk to you inside. Literally speechless out here, guys.
Thank you very much, Tom. We will continue all of the celebrations as it goes on in the Red Sox clubhouse. The Red Sox have gone back into the clubhouse. They're headed there. We will step aside and come back on the other side with W.B. Mason's extra innings, and they will take over with the clubhouse situation. Derek Lowe, the winner, 17-7. Daal, the loser, 4-11. The Red Sox have clinched the AL wild card. For Jerry Remy, this is Don Orsillo saying good night from Fenway.